Hi, you guys. This is Kamoji, the career counselor. And guess what we're doing on this Good Friday? We're going to do a quick snippet on resumes. We're going to build a simple, quick resume in like maybe 6 minutes. Let's get it. Let's go. Okay, you guys. The first thing you need to do on your resume is put your name. Your name, not your nickname, not the name your mama called you when you was 3. Your name, whether it be your first, middle initial, and last name, or just first and last name. You have to put your name. Also on the top of your resume, you got to put your address. Not the address you used 10 years ago. Not the address you used when you and your girlfriend is friends at the time and then y'all break up. No, we need a consistent, reliable address. And if that's your mom's house, guess what? Mom is going to protect the mail. She protects the money, honey. So guess what? Use mom's address. We need a reliable address. Not only do we need a good address, we also need a good number. A working number and a good email on your resume, okay? So don't give us the number that you used 10 years ago and your phone may be off because you haven't paid your phone bill. Guess what? If you have not paid your phone bill and you don't have a reliable phone number, use your email. Emails is free. Gmail is free, honey. We trying to get the bag. So guess what we do? We create a Gmail create a new Gmail through Gmail. And you make it as professional as possible. Don't use peewee at seaweed at gmail.com. Don't use thotty with the hottie at gmail.com. Use your name, Stephen Curry at gmail.com. I love you, Steph. So that's what we do. We use names that are professional. Don't use your nickname. Don't use Queen C. We're not doing that. We're trying to polish ourselves and make ourselves seem very appeasing to those who we want to work for. So guess what we do? We use the best email. Let me tell you what's so good about emails is that if your phone isn't working or even if your phone is out of service, something can happen with your phone because phones are not always reliable. Your email is always reliable. You will always get that email. And guess what? You can read it and documentation. You have that. So guess what? If they hire you for the job, you have it right there in your face in your email. So again, if you don't have a reliable number, even if you do have a reliable number and you don't have a really good email address, go to gmail.com and create a professional email address. You can use this email address to send your resumes out to other people so that you can also make yourself marketable. Look, this is my email address. Email me here. This is for business. Period. For business. Not all your ratchet stuff, honey. Use queenthottywaddy at gmail.com. But for business and professional reasons, guess what? Use your lovely professional email. Okay, professional experience. Guess what? We need to know what you did in these last couple of years. What did you do prior to wanting to come work for me? Do not put that you work for Walmart May 2022, and now you at Target June 2022. We're looking for longevity, consistency, and reliability. If you don't have that in your work experiences, do not put them. Yes, we know resumes can be polished and forged and I mean, big stories can be told. But guess what? You need a job. So do what you got to do to make yourself look good and make yourself look appeasing. So guess what? I'm not telling you to tell a story, but I'm telling you to sell yourself. Not literally sell yourself, but sell yourself. You get it? Okay, you got it. So anywho, when you're doing your work experience, make sure you have at least the top 3 jobs. Consistency. We're looking for consistency. So therefore, we don't want 10 jobs in 10 years. We're looking more for 3 jobs in 10 years. And if you don't have a work experience, guess what? Put what you volunteered as, what you do at church, your internship, not community service if the court ordered it. We don't want that. We want community service that you wanted to do, not what the judge told you to do, but what you want to do. So remember that. Hold up. Wait a minute. Don't put community service that the judge told you to do. Put your free community service hours. Let them know, honey, I wanted to do this. I wasn't told to do this. You get it? You got it? Good. Anywho, education. You want to make sure with education, you put your most accurate, years of education. You don't want to start with elementary school. We always start from high school. The year you started, the year you graduated. If you didn't graduate, still put the year you would have graduated. And once you get to the interview, explain to them, look, I didn't graduate. I had some difficult times. I'm working on my GED, whatever it may be. Guess what? You still can get a job without a high school diploma. But I do encourage you, go back and get your high school diploma. It is so important right now. Put if you have your trade, your college degree, what it was in, where you got it from, the address, the school name, the years you attended the school. That is from high school and above, okay? If you're still in school, you can put, I'm going to Southern University. Woo, woo. I started fall 2022, still attending. That's how we do that, okay? We want to make sure we use our education from high school and above. And again, we want to make sure we use our work history. Our work history. We don't want, again, I'm just like on this work history thing because I've seen so many resumes with jobs, 30 jobs, and they all was there for 6 months and 2 months. That's not cute, boo boo. It's telling us you cannot hold a job. It's telling us that you're not dependable. It's telling us you're not reliable. We need reliability. We need longevity. We need to know that, guess what? You're going to be here in 2 years. You're going to be here in a year. You're going to be here. We need you here with us. We don't want to look up and call you in on Monday, and on Tuesday, you emailing us. Matter of fact, you don't even email no more. You just no showing. Okay? We don't want to no show. So when we see your resume and we see the consistency in education, we see the consistency in work history, it makes us want to say, you know what? Let's see what we have here. We want to polish ourselves, make ourselves look new, honey. When writing this resume, a font is really important, you guys. I use Times New Roman for everything. I'm an APA girl. Some of you know what APA is. Some of you don't. If you don't, it's fine, honey. APA is not for everybody. But I use 12 font for everything as well, 12 point. So Times New Roman is a great font. We don't want fancy going to dinner and have tea with the Queen of England. You understand me? Font. We don't want that. We want something they can read, they can see and understand. We don't want that cursive font. We want professional. Remember, professional. We don't want pretty. We want professional. It's a big difference. Pretty is your wedding invitation. Professional is your resume. Okay? Pretty is your birthday party invitation. Professional is your resume. Y'all, we got that. Let's say it together. We want professional. And when you do professional, you have to make sure you have the right font. You got to make sure you use a professional font. If not, it is going to mess you up all the time. And guess what? They're going to say, you know what? We're not going to read this because I don't understand it. And also, we're not putting this on. We're not doing bold, big, bold letters, 16 font, 18 font. We need something that is, we can read. That we can read, that we can look at and say, this is nice. It's not hurting our eyes. Because believe it or not, if you do a resume and you do all those crazy fonts, honey, and you do all those big bold letters and you want to be pretty and curly like your nails, guess what, sweetheart? We're not reading it. Chop to the side. Because we don't have time to dissect your resume. Especially if you're not already what we're really looking for. When we see a resume and it looks like somebody threw it together, we're going to throw it away. Because we want to see professional. We want to see consistency, longevity, and we want to see consistency, and we want to see, again, the word of the day in my pop's voice. The word of the day is professional. It is professional along with job, Craig. So we want you to be professional, Craig. There's also a couple other fonts that we can use that will help you while you're writing your resume. It's not just Word, but like I said, Word is my go-to. It does not have to be your go-to, but it is my go-to. A couple of those fonts, of course, Tahoma. Yes, Tahoma. Arial. It's so many. I have a list of fonts that's coming up on this next slide that you can see, where you'll be able to see, okay, these are the fonts that I should use when I'm writing. And again, you want to use that 12 point Roman. I mean, that 12 point all the time, not the 12 point Roman, but the 12 point. So here are the top fonts for writing a resume. Okay. I use Arial and I use Times New Roman. Of course, I use Tahoma. These fonts are very, very professional looking. They're nice. Again, we don't want the Queen of England tea invitation on a resume. We want a nice, clean resume that we can dissect, we can pull apart, we can see, and we can read. We want to be able to read your resume, not guess what it is. That goes from education, that goes to your work history, because it's a lot compiled together. And you're going to need to separate it. So when you're doing your resume, off topic, when you're doing your resume, you want to make sure you space. You want to make sure you want to have a section for education, a section for work history, a section for skills, a section for accomplishments, whatever you want to put in your resume. Let me tell y'all, Google is your best friend. It is so simple to Google a resume. Google a resume. That's what I did. Google a resume, and you can even copy and paste and put your information in if you have to. Microsoft Word, that's where you do all this stuff at. Microsoft Word. This is where you do it all. Microsoft Word is your best friend when you're writing anything, honey. I'm going to tell you that. Office is your best friend. Microsoft Word is where you need to go to build your resume. You go to Microsoft Word, you go and you start a new page, and you pick your font, you pick your size of your font, and you go from there. Like I said again, this is going to be your best friend because you want things to look clean, neat, and orderly. You do not want to look like you just threw something together to get a job. And nowadays, everybody is looking for resumes. When you do Indeed, the first thing they want you to do is upload a resume. You're like, Lord, I'm just trying to go work at the dollar store. They're like, we want a resume, because guess what? Everybody want professional employees. They do not want you to come in, hey, and I'm not going to be here. They want to know what they're hiring before they hire. So it's not their fault that they want professional. They want professionals. Again, the word of the day, Craig, is professional. We're trying to get a job, and we have to present ourselves as professionals. And the first thing is your resume. That is your first introduction to your future employers, is your resume. Your resume is going to tell them about you. That is your short story about who you are, and it is going to be presented to those who you want to work for. So your job is to make sure your resume looks good. If you don't know, or if you need any help or any assistance with this resume, guess what? I'm here. I can do this for free. I love doing this. This is what I do. I love helping people, especially those who need help and guidance. You can email me at Comogii, COMGI, counsel, COUNSEL @gmail.com. You see how professional that is? That's a professional email, honey. I'm telling you, try it. You'll love it. ComogieCounsel @gmail.com. And I will give you and help you with all that I can, from what to wear, what do you need to say, interview tips. Like, it is real out here, honey. We trying to get to the bag, and the first step of getting to the bag is getting to the resume. Getting to the resume and getting a nice professional Gmail. That is what we do. We want to present ourselves, again, as polished as possible. You have so many people who are going through life, who are struggling, who just need that job, just need that way up, that kick in the door. Honey, guess what? I'm going to help you raise your foot and open that door and kick that door down until we get into where we need to go. This is just the beginning. I don't care if you never worked a job in your life. I don't care if you have no high school, you're not a high school graduate, you have no college experience. You don't need that to build a resume. All you need is Microsoft Word, a library, a phone, and Google. And I'm telling you, honey, your fingers, you'll be amazed what you can motivate yourself to do with just a little research and a little help. So listen to me, you guys. I know this a lot. I'm sorry. I just had to get it out. But follow me, ComogieCounsel @gmail.com, so that I can help you set your life up, honey. We setting lives up. We're getting to the bag. We're in this together. We're going to make it together. And guess what? We're going to build our lives one day at a time together. Follow, like, and share Comogii Counsel, Comogii the Career Counselor, on Instagram and on TikTok, you guys. I'm here to help. Ask me anything. I'm telling you, I got the answer. Kisses, kisses, kisses. Bye, my Comogii loves.